All right, hi everyone, I'm back with your 316 lesson. It is titled What Makes a Complete Graph? Complete Graphs. So if you take a look at the introduction, over the past several days you have learned to make graphs from tables, then graphs from rules. Today you will continue to study graphs by deciding what needs to go into a graph to make it complete. So if you're looking at problem 352, it says examine the following graphs and answer the questions associated with each one. What do you notice? So I would like you to pause the video and try A, B, and C, which is on the back of problem 352. Okay, if you're back with me, that means that you have tried these, so we're going to go over them together. Part A says, what are the coordinates of point A? Hopefully, you would have realized that you don't know what they're scaling by. So A, to figure out the coordinates of point A, it's not possible because there's no scale. This is why we always say how important it is that you label your graphs and your scales when you are in class. Part B says, where will the line be when x equals 5? Hopefully you said here that there are no arrows. So it is unclear if the function, which is the rule, exists at x equals 5. So we know we always want to put arrows on the end of our graphs because if you just have a line like this, it does not tell you if the line continues on or not. So arrows are always important. Part C says, what is t when k equals 1? So we have our arrows, we have labeled scales, but what are we missing? Okay, we don't know what the axes are here because we're talking about t and k. We're not talking about x and y. So the axes are not labeled. It is impossible to know which axis is k and which axis is t. Okay. Moving down to 353, it says make your own complete graph for each of the following rules. So now you have a chance to make your own complete graphs. You will be doing A, B, and C. If you notice, there are resource pages here for you. So the graphs are already made. You just have to go in and make the graphs yourself. So please pause the video here and try A, B, and C. Okay. If you are back with me, we are going to take a look at the graphs. So for 353A, we had y equals negative x plus 1. So you might have had to make a table. That's okay. And we have our nice line, okay? Our points are connected. We have arrows on the end. Our axes are labeled, and we also have it scaled. It's always good also to put y equals negative x plus 1, which is the rule, somewhere close to the line because there are going to be times where you are graphing more than one line on the same set of axes. Part B, you had y equals half x plus 2. So again, if you made a table, okay, we scaled by ones again here. and our points are connected, and we have arrows at the end of our lines. Finally, C, have our table at the top. It was y equals x squared minus 4. We scaled by ones again, okay? And you are still connecting your points, but your shape is different. It's not a straight line. Arrows still go on the ends of your lines. And again, we have y equals x squared minus 4 right there. Okay? So now, looking at problem 354. 354 says, examine the graphs from problem 353. Part A says, how are they different? Be specific as you can. Part B says, label the XY coordinates on each of your graphs. For the point where each graph crosses the y-axis, these points are called y-intercepts. And label the XY coordinates on each of your graphs for the point or points where each graph crosses the x-axis. These points are called x-intercepts. So I'm going to have you, as we're wrapping up the video here, you're going to finish completing 354, okay? And we are going to talk about this in class, as well as go into a little bit more depth with your graphs. As always, if you have any questions, please email us.